A research study indicates that children who took their standardized test within 30 minutes after recess scored higher on average than children who took their test directly before recess. For this study, what is the independent variable? Okay, so now an independent variable is usually referred to in the textbook as being the variable that the researcher manipulates. But we don't really have a clear idea here that anything is being manipulated. Instead, we have children that took the test before and after recess, and we have their scores. Now, when you see that you're comparing groups, that's another way to find the independent variable, because your independent variable is always going to have at least two groups. And if you look at option A here, you can see that this defines a group. So the children who took their standardized test within 30 minutes after recess, that's one group. Independent variables will branch off into different groups. And those groups define the independent variable. So in part B, it says the children who took their test directly before recess. So this is the other group. So these two groups are the two groups that I'm comparing. Those two groups are going to make up my independent variable. So my independent variable is going to be here, whether or not the test was taken before or after recess, because one group takes it before, one group takes it after. So C is the full description of my independent variable, the full description as to how I'm dividing up my participants into groups. And then D is the outcome. It's what's being measured as the effect. Another way to think about an independent variable is an independent variable can be thought of as being the variable that affects or influences the dependent variable. And so the idea here is that maybe when they took the test is going to affect or help to predict the children's scores. But in our question, we're looking for the independent variable. So the answer here is C, whether the test was taken before or after recess.